New at 4, we're learning more about last week's hit and run on Madison's east side that left one bicyclist dead. Police have now identified a man arrested in connection to it. Officials say a 42-year-old Sun Prairie man was arrested yesterday for hit and run causing death. MPD says the man was driving a work van and was returning from a job at the end of his shift. The collision happened as the van was turning onto Parkside Drive and the biker coming down the road from the other direction when the van turned and the bicyclist hit the passenger side of the car. Officers and traffic specialists are now examining that van as evidence, trying to piece together what happened.
The mechanics of the crash is something that we're still investigating. Still gathering surveillance video, still looking over witness statements, still looking over physical evidence. All that stuff is still very much in the process here.
The 35-year-old bicyclist died on scene. The suspect is expected to appear in court tomorrow for his initial appearance.